This is TWiT.
I am going to cook, as you know, and I have a variety. I collect cookbooks in the real world. You know, I have many shelves of cookbooks, and of late I've started to collect cookbooks on the iPad, and I have some really good ones for you. I also have one to stay away from. And I was a little disappointed because I'm a big fan. You probably know the magazine Cooks Illustrated and America's Test Kitchen, and I'm a big fan. But the America's Test Kitchen app I can't recommend, unfortunately, because, well, first of all, they don't have an iPad version, which is kind of hard to believe. But the other reason is they want you to subscribe, and it's the worst possible deal if you want this. So it's not that I don't like the app, because they have America's Test Kitchen's recipes. These guys go in and, for instance, it's the turkey recipe I use, because they went in and they tried 20 different ways of cooking turkeys, and they said this one's the way to do it. And it involves a little bit of, you turn it upside down and after a while and stuff like that. But the app, and you'll see the reviews are not very good. And I concur. I paid for the app, and then but fortunately you get a free trial. So in fact, it's a 2-week free trial. So if you wait till Thursday, you can use it and get it done before you have to pay for it for Thanksgiving. But I have to say, you'd be better off going to the website, subscribing, and getting their other apps. One of the things you might very well want to get is the fabulous Cooks Illustrated magazine. In fact, let me go back to my food folder. Because this magazine, one of the reasons I love this magazine is there's no ads. This is kind of the Consumer Reports of cooking magazines. It only comes every other month. That's another reason to love it. It's not overwhelming, but every issue has great recipes, great suggestions, and unfortunately, better than the America's Test Kitchen, their other app, the America's Test Kitchen doesn't give you discounts on utensils, and it doesn't tell you how, it doesn't have a lot of the features that the Cooks Illustrated magazine does, and the digital subscription. So go to the website for Cooks Illustrated America's Test Kitchen. It's the same people, and get the digital subscription. It's less, and you get more. You'll get other apps as well. There's a little tip for you. The other app, and I've mentioned it before, you've got to use this app if you collect recipes, is called Paprika. It's available on iOS. It's available on Android. It's also available on Mac and Windows. And you have an account, it synchronizes. So all of my recipes are available, the ones I've collected. It doesn't come with any, but the ones I've collected are available on all of my platforms. I love cooking with the iPad because it's just the right, you see, and I have a little stand for it. It's just the right size for the kitchen. It's not so bad if I touch it with a floury finger, I can clean it off. So this is one of my favorite ways. And it has, the other feature I really like in it, it has a browser. So if I go to a website, what's your favorite cooking website? What do you like? You like
Real Simple?
Real Simple, me too. Very good choice, because who doesn't want real simple?
I do.
Foods, right? So if I go to their recipes page.
Oh, I want to find out the biggest mistakes you're making with concealer.
You see? Don't make those mistakes. Let's go to their recipes page here and pick any recipe. That might be good for Thanksgiving. Wild mushroom and spinach stuffed shells.
Ooh.
That's for the vegetarians, right? But what I really want to do is a sweet potato pie. But let's talk about a pumpkin pie, okay? Now, actually, this is a how-to. I want a recipe. Let me go back. Chicken pesto flatbread sandwiches. It doesn't really matter. What I'm and I think I've shown you this before, but I'll show you again. So the recipe, as you can see, it's in website format with a lot of extra cruft. Press the download button. I'm now downloading the contents of this page, and I've turned it into a recipe with actual ingredients, the directions in the directions part, notes, even nutrition information if it's available on the page. And if I save this, it now is part of my Paprika recipe box. And as a result, for instance, I got this from NewYorkTimes.com. Ale-braised collards with ham. I'm thinking this might be a good one for leftovers, since I have a 16-pound ham. There probably will be, unless more of you come over. There'll probably be. So what's beautiful about this is you can actually put this into your shopping cart. The ingredients you need. You can add it to your list of things that you need to get. You can of course use it to cook with directions. It doesn't do the fancy things like read to you and so forth. But frankly, this is kind of all I really need. It even has scale and convert features. It has a timer. See, it says every 30 minutes. I press the 30 minutes, start. Oh, and I do need notifications. And now I get a little timer as I cook through the recipe. So this is not a free app, but it is the very first app everybody should get if you want to do. Having a great recipe app is so important, and Paprika continues to be the best one out there. You can see these are some of, and I won't go through all of them. These are some of my recommended cookbooks. You got to have the Joy of Cooking. This is the full Joy of Cooking, the Irma Roundbauer Classic in here. And of course, before you do a Thanksgiving dinner, you're going to want to read what the Joy of Cooking says is the traditional Thanksgiving dinner. It's all in here.
It's not ham, I'll tell you that. I already know that.
Yeah. I am going to make stuffing, though.
Okay.
But it won't be turkey stuffing. So that's where I'm going to be. I should probably do some searches for the kinds of stuffing I can make because I don't have turkey stuffing. So here's an introduction to stuffings. Joy of Cooking is the classic. No more turkey, announced the little boy at the Thanksgiving dinner table. He's my kind of kid, but I'd like another helping of the bread he ate. The stuffing. Now, of course, everybody knows you don't make stuffing in the turkey.
Right.
Because
so it doesn't matter if you don't have a turkey.
Right. But look at sweet potato and sausage stuffing. Doesn't that sound good? So this is the classic. It's Americana, it's traditional cooking, but it is the basic that anybody who cooks has to have on their shelves. And now, because it's on an iPad with its full text, it really is easy to search for it. New York Times Cooking, of course, has all the great cooking recipes from the New York Times. This one's not free, but it is really a very nice. You can see I haven't turned on notifications. I should really. I think when we started doing the show, I turned off all notifications on this. Really a great source of.
I use that one, and I store all kinds of recipes in there that I'm not.
Yeah,
to.
You can save them. So if you like it, you just bookmark it, and they're in there. So let me look at some of these brioche chestnut stuffing, roast turkey with garlic and anchovies. That's not going to go over too well. Cranberry pomegranate, broccoli with fried shallots and olives. I'm going to bookmark that one. That sounds like one. So this is a good way to plan your meal ahead of time. And then finally, if you want to just kind of get the most recipes for your dollar, I think that's all it costs, Big Oven, which is recipes from everybody. Like this collects, I think there's 100,000 recipes in here. So there's no lack. Ready for Easter? Here's all the Easter recipes. I should really probably find Thanksgiving recipes. But Big Oven is a subscription. You can save them. You can take it to the grocery store. You can do a shopping list with it. This is a really nice, for the mega, like the most recipes of all. Like if you want every recipe in the world. And the negative on that is, unlike curated cookbooks like Joy of Cooking or New York Times Cooking, not everything's going to be good.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to know what you're doing when you.
Yeah, I don't. Those are too much for me. I apologize for texting. My mom just texted me and said we were having Thanksgiving in her house.
Is she watching?
Yes, obviously. So I'm sorry I said that about you drinking wine all day at Thanksgiving, but we know it's true. We do that. Not
Who
just
doesn't? Who doesn't?
I have one cooking app. Because as you know, like I have a lot of dreams of cooking, but I'm not really a cook or chef. I just bought an air fryer, even though I was told not to.
Don't.
I did it anyway. I'm going to...
Have you cooked anything in it yet?
No, I haven't even brought it home.
I think you have 2 young teenage boys.
Yes.
They're going to want French fries.
Well, I want them to learn to cook.
Then don't get an air fryer.
Like I don't actually want them to. I want them to learn to cook, and Marco can do that, and he does that. But
they're going to be like
them
Michael
to cook
Scott
on their own.
with their George Foreman grill making bacon in the morning.
Exactly.
This is not a good solution.
Jill Duffy on Twitter advised me not to get this air fryer, but that was after I bought it, Jill. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
She was like, just use your oven.
So the way it works is it's baking.
Yeah.
It's hot bake. It's hot convection baking.
Right.
Now, do you have a convection oven?
Yeah.
Okay, then you didn't need it.
It was on sale. That was the problem.
It's all right. It's convenient.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock it.
Okay, so
I have a lot of kitchen gadgets.
here's the next app that I'm going to spend time looking at, and hopefully at one point cook something. It's called Simple Feast. Have you heard of this?
No, tell me about it.
So this is different chefs. So it's curated.
Like it.
And it is free to try, and it's free, and then you can subscribe to it as well. I think it might be all vegetarian, which is why so this is a carrot that wanted to be a chicken cutlet. That looks good. Doesn't that carrot look good?
It ain't no chicken cutlet.
Actually,
I love carrots. I'm the only one in my family who does.
I love carrots too.
But I like Moroccan spice. I would make that because I don't like just boil a carrot, no good. But cook a carrot, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you're frying it up with panko breadcrumbs. So,
Yeah,
it added these items to
that sounds good.
my shopping list. And let's see, I'll clear all that. Okay, because I'm not really going to do that. And then I can go through and see the different chefs, and I can watch
I'm gonna
videos.
Look at this. This looks great.
On poaching eggs.
This is kind of like masterclass for cooking.
Yes. It does appear that this is all vegetarian items. Quick recipes. That's what I like.
They know you.
Yeah. I think that it might just be caramelized cauliflower with chickpea lentil stew. That looks good.
Okay, that does sound good. Yeah.
Farro with wild mushrooms. I just like looking.
Farro's
and good,
and I think the idea of putting mushrooms in there would give it a nice rich.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
This must just be all vegetarian because
this is creative.
Steak tartare. But
so
that is
if you it's nice cook. See, like joy of cooking is not as creative. It's like here are the basics. Here's how you do it. Mm-hmm. You want to. Make something. You want to make an apple pie. Here's how you make an apple pie. Mm-hmm. I'm a little bored.
Yeah.
I need something new. I need I need inspiration. That's a great inspiration.
Yeah. Look at that avocado tacos with radish and beet chutney.
So that's exactly. So joy of cooking is avocado toast. This is avocado tacos with chutney.
Right.
Wow, that looks good. Whatever that is.
Flat carrot noodles with chickpea arrabbiata.
Oh,
this
carrot
looks
noodles.
delicious. Not for Thanksgiving, maybe. And here you can specify recipes like I want to lose weight, but you could have I have small kids, or I want a steady energy level. I'm pregnant or breastfeeding. I do strength training. I do cardio. And so then maybe these recipes have a little more protein or something else that I need.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
that's an interesting slice on the
I don't know if it's
recipe
giving me
book.
any.
What's this called again?
It's called Simple Feast.
Simple Feast.
Free to try, and then you can subscribe if you like it. And they have one of those, per month or forever. I wonder if anyone's ever subscribed forever to something, because I think it's $200 to subscribe forever.
I almost always do forever.
Really? You would pay $200 for
That's
that?
a lot. No, I wouldn't do forever for that. But if I know I'm going to do something every month, I just want to pay it, forget it. I don't like getting the dinged every month thing.
I bet if you did it, you usually do a whole year.
I will at least do a year.
So do a year if you use it for a whole year.
And then do forever.
Because I think it's probably, $70 a year or something. I don't know.